Hello there, Libra. Welcome to your Gypsy read for January 2025. For those of you who want to jump right into the reading itself without the shuffle or understanding what the Gypsy read is, if you're not familiar with that layout, you can go ahead and jump right ahead. I won't mind, and I promise I won't even notice. For those of you who want to stick around, welcome. We're going to start with an oracle card. This is just pulling a general energy for the reading today. Music. Twice you've gotten music, so we're sticking with music. Music is the general energy that I'm bringing through for you today for this reading. While it's a general reading for all Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, I need to connect with some type of energy, know what energy in particular needs to come through that is going to get a reading from me specifically that will resonate with them. So that's my purpose in pulling the oracle cards. I'm pulling energy for somebody who's really connected with music. Maybe you play music all of the time, or you have in the past had a very strong connection with music and maybe need to bring this back into your life. I've had one other reading for these January Gypsies where that was a very, very significant component of the read. So I'll be interested to see what comes for you here, Libra. Okay, so the Gypsy spread, let me talk about that a little bit while I shuffle and lay out the cards. It's a 21 card spread. We're going to talk about past, present, future for 7 different areas of your life. It hits kind of the main areas, right? And this gives us a good overview, especially at any new big point in life. And I think a new year is a big new point in life. It's a good new beginning, a good time to start kind of taking a approach. I'm holding these upside down. It's a good time to take a look at your life, where things stand now, so you can move into a new year, a new season, with just kind of a good perspective. This spread is so detailed and so large that we often pick up on challenges. In fact, I would hope that we would pick up on challenges, because the point here is not to be a confirmation reading of all things are happy and good and golden and wonderful, because we're human beings who have challenges in our lives. What we want to see is what we don't see coming, what the gaps are, what the challenges are, and what we can do to turn some of those things around. These are energies we're talking about. We're not talking about things that are set in stone. It's just energies. So energies are fluid. We can move these things around. And that's the purpose of a reading like this, to see how we can flip some maybe not so warm and fuzzy energies in the opposite direction. The other thing I want to tell you before I jump into the reading is we have reversals here. I do read reversals for the same reason. I'm actually interested in challenges, not readings that are confirming that you're going to have some perfect future. I'm not going to blame you if you need a lot of positivity right now. There's some great readers out there who do like kind of positive only reads, and by all means, maybe that's a good fit for you, and certainly I lean in that direction sometimes. But just for your awareness, this is not a positive only read. This is a read that's going to look at some of the things that we don't see coming, okay? We might touch on some shadow work, things like that from the past. And we're going to jump in, Libra, now to the reading. As I mentioned earlier, you got the music oracle card. So I will be referencing this. I'm having a hard time with my words, which is interesting. I'm going to be referencing this throughout the reading, and really it's telling me that I'm pulling energies from individuals who have an important connection to music. So you could be somebody who listens to music a lot, who has not listened to music recently and should be bringing that back into your life. It may be something that you're just not consciously doing, but if you consciously go back to some songs that were meaningful to you, particularly during very good times in your life, that might be a very, very good thing for you to do. Yeah, I'm getting confirmation that some of you need to do that. Music may also be something that there may be one or two songs that are really, really meaningful for you that you need to revisit, even if it's not something that you are someone who has music playing a lot. There's something significant about the energy of music and how that's going to evoke either memories, emotions, create some connections for you. It's going to communicate to you in some way some important information. So that's going to be important throughout the reading. Your first card here in the reading is the Fool card. The Fool card is in the upright position over here in your past position for work. So in your work life, I read this as somebody who's had a number of new beginnings. You've maybe tried multiple career paths, have had a number of jobs. I don't see this as like you weren't able to keep a job or you weren't successful, like a poor performance sort of situation. I see this as more somebody who's explored a lot and always wanted to, like, really focused in one area and then realizing it wasn't a good fit and not afraid to keep trying new things to see what fits. So it's a positive beginning card, which is why I'm reading it that way, is a series of positive experiences in your work life in the past. You've done a variety of different things in the past. We have Queen of Earth energy here in the present, which is a really great energy. It means that really whatever you're doing in your area of work, you have a tendency to be able to bring in the abundance that you need. You are usually quite successful, and that's currently your present energy. So you're presently in an energy of being able to provide, being abundant, being very skilled and knowledgeable. And it may be the result of having so much diversity in the past, like exploring multiple opportunities or career paths, and they are maybe all merging together to give you kind of a unique knowledge or a unique skill set colored by all these different experiences that puts you in this Queen of Earth energy. So the energy you have in work is very good. We have this future energy. We do have some blockage. It's the King of Water. So your future energy around the area of work or even prospects for work. So you may even be between jobs and looking for a new career path or in a position and looking to make a change. And the King of Water energy is telling me there's kind of some emotional disruption in the area of work or prospects for work. So this is an area for us to look out at and see where we have other areas in our life that might be speaking to this. But there may be some obstacles there that you've not encountered in the past. It's not in the area of abundance, but it really is in the area of feeling emotionally fulfilled, emotionally steady. Like I see it could be a future position that is not a good fit for you. This doesn't necessarily need to be you, right? This could be someone in your life in future energy coming towards you that could have less of a steady emotions, less understanding and flexible with you. You may have a difficult time finding a position where you find that fit. Like you've maybe had a lot of fortune in fitting in with kind of people or bosses that you vibe with. And this just may be speaking about taking an opportunity that may not really be a good fit for you. That's just generally what I'm getting. We may get more as we go through the reading because, like I said, a lot of this is interconnected. But that's one thing to look out for. So if you're on the lookout for a new job opportunity, or maybe you're currently in a position where there has the potential to be a change in leadership, change in management, change in the organization, that sort of thing. Just kind of be on the lookout for any energies that might not be jiving with you. Okay, so we have the Five of Air here in reverse, and this is in the area of kind of your home or your needs. And what I'm seeing here is, so there may have been historically kind of some conflict around you in the area of home or your personal needs. This is in the reverse position, so I see some denial around this, actually. It's not that you were free of the conflict, but maybe the conflict didn't involve you directly, but was around you. Or if it didn't involve you directly, you may have been a bit avoidant of really engaging with the conflict or bringing the conflict to some type of resolution. No, something in your needs, your home life. So one thing I like to say about this area of life where we talk about needs and home life together, your home where you live and the home, the body you live in, are kind of grouped together in the sense that, this is where you're supposed to be feeling safe and secure and resting your head. And, it's where you escape from the difficulties of the world. It might be your physical home, which can include other individuals if you share a home with other people. And it can also be the body that you're living within, making sure you're feeling comfortable and balanced and well nourished and rested and all of those things. There's lots of needs that you have within the human body. So both of those areas are addressed in this column here. And this conflict that existed, it could also have been kind of ignoring your personal needs. And there's like a conflict or some sort of health issues within you. Could even have been difficulties with things like anxiety or depression or insomnia that you really ignored and didn't take care of the root of the problem. And so they perpetuated. This is behind you, right? It's something you're already aware of, but it is, just coming out here. This is kind of the foundation of where we're going from here in this reading. We also have the messenger of air here in your present position. This is another air sign in reverse. Given that these are air signs, I'm thinking that some of the challenges here in this area of home are going to be more of the mind. So for not everyone, but maybe quite a few of you, this is going to be around the areas of depression, anxiety, insomnia, arguments with other people, disagreements. So given that we're going from 5 of air reverse to messenger air reverse, past to present, I do think that this is connected. Maybe this, not exactly the same situation, but kind of the root is still there in your present. You haven't dug out the root, the source of this blockage here. That's really what this is. Okay, so this is important for you because music is going to be important for that. Now, if you're someone who listens to music a lot, I need some other cards here. If you're someone who listens to music quite a bit, I'm going to ask you, are you listening to the words of the songs that are playing, like closely? You might want to take a moment, if there's songs that you play over and over again, that you're not really hearing all of the lyrics, that songs that you're really drawn to, but you don't sit and listen to every word, I'm going to actually ask you to sit down and listen to all of the words from that song or those handful of songs. There might be information in there. Blocking manifestations. Yes, there's truth in this. Okay. There's some sort of truth hidden in that for you. This is a significant, this is probably, I mean, we've got a lot left to go, but this might be one of the more significant aspects of your reading, in that this is a consistent issue for you. And you're blocking your magic, you're blocking your own manifestations. Let me turn this off real quick. You're blocking your own ability to manifest what you want in life because this has not been rooted out yet. How you find that, there is truth here somewhere that needs to be uncovered, and it is available to you. It's here. The only thing I'm getting so far is something related to music. Oh, it's related. We've got some ace and page. It has something to do with love as well. We're going to put these up here. The Ace of Swords and the Page of Cups have come out when I'm asking for clarification about this music energy. If you're someone who's not listening to music regularly, I would ask you to just kind of give yourself just a minute to ponder and think back in some of the areas of your life, in your home or personal needs. So if you have like I said, some of the things I've already mentioned, insomnia, anxiety, depression, those three come out to me pretty quickly. So I'm thinking that's the case for many of you, or have had some conflicts in the home where you were around, or maybe conflicts in the home where you don't feel like there was ever a really good resolution around them. If you have the ability, the kind of energy to do this without feeling super triggered, I would consider kind of giving yourself some time to meditate on those times if you can, and think about if there was any music playing during that time, or if there were songs that you were listening to often in that period of your life where maybe this conflict began, and try to listen to the words. Listen to those songs carefully and see if anything comes to you. Okay, we're going to move on. The next thing is Ace of Air. Ace of Air is the root, the history, the past in your area of kind of luck or your personal desires. And this is very, very wonderful. Lots of truth, lots of fortune, lots of good new beginnings, which means when you desired something, you're kind of a manifester. This is here in your work energy as well. So where you're not manifesting is in this area of home and personal needs. But in the area of work and in this area of what you desire, your fortunes, your luck in life, you've got strong manifestation energy. So you have this going all the way back into your past. Kind of if you wanted something, you almost like just instinctually or naturally knew the path to get that, whether it was any sort of resources, money, food, a job, friendships, connections, just like really literally anything that you needed. You always had this fortune kind of following you. People always thought you were very lucky. You know that you were very fortunate. You just had kind of a natural instinct for finding what it is that you needed, and were able to do that over and over and over again. Just like being new to something wasn't scary to you in the sense that it might be for other people, because there's no scarcity here for you. We have the 5 of Earth energy here in the present, meaning for some reason in the present, and it may be related to this, there is some energy around feeling conflicted. Okay, so again, I think we're going to just keep saying every time you hear something in this reading that's difficult to hear, or is kind of a shadow work piece, or something where you need to do some more inner work or reflection, music's going to continue to be important for that, okay? That's going to be the general advice for this reading. I have a general energy here that you are a very abundant, fortunate person. You can make all of your desires come true. You have this in the past. But presently, in the area of desires and luck, you're kind of stuck in this area of feeling like things never go your way. Like all the bad things only happen to me. Look at the, just take a close look at that card. Can you see that card closely? The look on that person's face, and see how like all the abundance is around them, but it's almost like overtaking them. Like the earth is kind of growing up around them and making them disappear. Like they're losing themselves. And there's a lot of self-pity in this. And that's very much the 5 of Earth card. Okay, so something is making you feel this way right now. I think it's definitely this energy here in the home or your needs. But if you reflect on the past and we look towards the future, this is not your truth, okay? This is very, and also given the card as a 5, and we have here an ace and a page in your past and your future. This is very temporary, transitional energy. It's something that's going to change quickly. It's within your power to change as well. The Page of Water is here in your future energy. This is also kind of a new beginning around emotions and opening up to love. It's actually the same card as this Page of Cups here, which came about when we were talking about your area of your needs. I do see that you have in your future energy this energy around a new beginning, around emotions, new love. Like, I think you're revisiting this in a very mature way, in an evolved way, moving from these early minor arcana cards into the court cards, which is the more mature components of the deck of the minor arcana. It's the first court card, so it's the beginning of a new season in this more mature season of life. So whatever you're feeling at present, I just need you to know that this is pretty temporary. It is within your control. There may be things around you, especially as we get further in the reading, that we see are impacting this. But just know that luck is on your side. Your desires are something that you truly can manifest. It's very, very clear here. It's just a temporary situation, temporary in terms of time. Time's fluid in tarot. So what might feel like an eternity to you is temporary in the grand scheme of your life. Okay, so just please know that. And it is coming to an end. We have a positive new beginning here. So I am also going to guess that there's some sort of action or change, something that you're doing right now to actually resolve this. Once you fix this, this fixes itself, by the way. I'm realizing I did not even talk about the Two of Fire as your future position in the area of your home and needs. And this is you making a choice to move on, to make a change. So that kind of speaks to what I was just talking about. I realized I had thought it and I didn't actually really speak to it. So we have the Two of Fire here in your future position in the area of your home and needs. And that future energy is there. Like, you are going to be rooted in your stability, which is here, right? And know what your needs are. So this is coming from this current work that you're doing here. Understanding your needs, and then making a choice to move in a new direction with a lot of passion, creativity, and fire behind that around your home and personal needs, what you need to write this. So that is in your future. This, you're working on this right now. That's happening. This changes because of this, and this changes. So these are very, very, very positive changes. That what this is telling me, because these are not in reverse, is that you are already actively working on this. So you're not being advised to make a change to make these things change. You're already actively working on these. And maybe you're seeking some additional guidance and advice on how to make this happen faster, encouragement on continuing to dig in and work on this. And that's really, this is confirming that you need to continue to do that. And the advice here is around the area of music, which we've already talked about. Okay, so we're going to, sorry, I was cuddling with my dog earlier and I'm realizing I have all of his hair all over me. Sorry to be distracting there. Okay, so we're moving on to the next area. In your past, you have the Seven of Earth, and this is in the area of friendships or the support that you have received in your life in the past. So I see a very abundant source of support and friendships. This was not by accident. You are a very good friend to people. You've fostered a lot of wonderful friendships. The Seven of Earth here is in this past energy because you have done the planting of the seeds. You've put in the effort and the work to make sure you're sustaining and growing those friendships that you have. And you've always been able to kind of reap what you sow from that energy here. So there's very good friendship, general support energy here in your past. Queen of Water. I will say about the Queen of Water does not come easy in this life. Often when I'm doing this read, this central card is the card that I think represents you most. And I will say in this reading, this is likely going to be most representative of you and your energy. Very much, very similar. What I'm going to have to look at what the other sign was that had music as their energy. They were central energy emperor. Very different, but also some similarities here. Their emperor was their central card in the same position. It was definitely them in the reading, and music was the general energy for them. So I'm wondering if that is in your chart in some way. What was that sign? Maybe Capricorn? Oh, I'll have to go look. Okay, so the Queen of Water, this is definitely your energy. And what I say about the Queen of Water is the Queen of Water doesn't come easily in life. Queen of Water comes to you after a period of much difficulty, overcoming much, and learning a lot in life. You don't just come out the womb Queen of Water, right? You are grown into Queen of Water energy through trials and tribulations in life. This is you. This is your energy. Your friendship and support. This is really, for me, just confirming friendship and support is a strong area in your life. It's actually critical to you. It's something where you put a lot of energy. You foster your relationships. You're very Queen of Water in all of your relationships. You have that energy, meaning You're very connected to your emotions. You're very logical in your emotions. You are a good listener. You are supportive of others in like a safe place for them to voice their thoughts and feelings. And that is part of the support that you provide others, and also why you have such a large friend and support around you is that Queen of Water energy, a very giving, generous, like emotionally abundant energy. People gravitate to that energy. You have a lot of compassion. So this is very key to who you are, and just confirming that this is a really, really important aspect of who you are, your energy, and you're sustaining it for sure throughout this. Messenger of Earth is here in your future energy. So this is good too. It doesn't mean you're leaving Queen of Water behind or anything like that. It means that you're moving in your area of friends and support. You'll be moving into an area where actually you're going to be evolving in your future support energies, friendship energies, deeper roots. So I'm sure you have a lot of friends, many who you maybe had for a lifetime, right? But this is going to be maybe identifying new communities, almost like finding a new tribe that you will be able to plant very deep roots with, in addition to those who are, your ride or dies, so to speak. But this is almost finding a new tribe that will be very, very important to you. It will feel like coming home, right? That's an energy that's here in your future and fully supported by all of this energy here. I love that. Four of Earth is in your past energy in the area of romance. So there's a lot of, I have this in my own reading oftentimes in the same area. So the Four of Earth in this area of romance in the past, it's talking more about having an abundance, lots of opportunities for love and romance, but okay, I'm laughing because I've noticed I get certain signals when I'm speaking about something. It's like something stopping me. I get a real tickle in my throat, like I'm about to cough, when I'm about to say something I shouldn't say. So I just need to say thank you, Spirit. Okay, we'll say it this way. Four of Earth energy means there has been an abundance of love and romance in your past. But there is an aspect of you that has had a strong desire to almost like attach to an energy, a partner energy, and hang on to it. And kind of for better or worse for you, even when it didn't feel like a good fit, even when you were unhappy, they were unhappy. For some reason, there's a consistent pattern of this. Someone else had this in another reading as well. Okay. And it may have been the same one with the Emperor. I'm really going to look for that reading, and I'm going to try to find it and link it below so you can go to that reading as well, because you may have some of that in your chart and it may be a significant reading for you as well for some reason. Okay, so in the area of romance, let's just say there have been not so healthy patterns around the partnerships that you've had in the past. A lot more, what do they call it? Codependence in these relationships than was a good idea, right? They say codependence is not good, right? That's what I hear. It's common among many of us in our relationships, right? But this level was maybe just a little bit too extreme, too, even among what we all encounter and experience. But in your present, you have Four of Water, and this is in the reverse position. So I'm seeing that there may have actually been quite a bit of apathy or disappointment in your current romantic relationship that is either being resolved or that you're releasing. Yeah. This is generally, when upright, an inability to focus on the good and instead focusing on the bad, right? Very similar to this Five of Earth energy over here. But this is in a reversed or blocked position, meaning maybe you are seeing the good, or there's other possibility you can't be bothered with seeing the bad now in this situation. Like you don't care, which is almost like a level past apathy, which is kind of not a good thing. Okay? We've got some struggles here in this area of romance for sure. You have the King of Air here in your future in reverse. The King of Air may represent your partner. The King of Air is somebody who is very high mind, logical, strategic thinker, very capable, usually somebody in leadership, authoritarian. They are not very strongly connected with their emotions. This doesn't necessarily mean they're financially abundant. They could be, they could not be, but they're certainly a very logical, strategical thinker, very accomplished, and usually this is somebody who's a truth teller. These are all qualities that I'm saying in the upright position. When it's in the blocked position, this person's leaning more into the negative aspects of being that kind of sharp tongue, more trickery than strategy, or strategically quiet. It could also be that you have a King of Air in your life, but there is just the cooperation or the relationship there is not doing well. So it doesn't mean that your King of Air is all of the negative King of Air energies. It could just be that the two of you are not compatible, not jiving for whatever reason. This is future energy here. It could also be that the King of Air, if you have a King of Air energy in your life, there is a King of Air energy coming into your life potentially, and that you should watch out for that. For some of you, it might be someone new coming in that you need to look out for. Let me get some clarification on the King of Air in reverse. Whoa, holy cow. These are not your cards, but we've got a message here for this. Give me 1 minute here. King of Air energy. Please give me clarification on King of Air in reverse. Same. So many cards. Okay. Like we've got Queen of Cups reversed, Hermit. We've got Five of Wands, conflict, Five of Cups. Okay. Devil at the bottom of the card. Bottom of the deck. Okay. You need to watch out for this King of Air energy coming at you in your future. I do think there's a warning here. This may be someone new to you, or someone that, is this someone new to Libra or someone new? Okay, for some of you, this is definitely like a new love or new romance. And they are not who they are pretending to be. And they're very, very tricky. Okay, so for any of you looking for new love in the future here, you really need to watch out. Be very, very careful around anyone who's giving that very authoritative, logical, strategic mind. Like, they may be very attractive to you because of their power. They're going to exude that kind of power. I see this as somebody. Do we have any appearance? Okay. They're going to have potentially dark skin. Are there any more cards clarifying who this King of Air is? It's going to come in fast. It's going to make you feel like this is happiness, joy, sun. For some of you, you may be leaving a romantic relationship and moving quickly into another partnership, and you should be mindful that that is not likely a good fit, especially if there's any of these sort of characteristics coming about. Dark skin, potentially like a darker complexion, I should say. This could be, I had both also when I pulled out the darker complexion, it was both the Queen and the Knight that came out that had the darker complexion. So this is male or female. This is not a, gender specific read. It's somebody who, like I said, you're going to be attracted to their power. They're going to be someone who's very strategic. They may be in a high, like kind of highly sought after position. I'm thinking like almost like a lawyer or something like that. Yeah, we got the Queen of Wands coming out again. For some of you, this is going to be a woman with darker complexion skin, brown hair, brown eyes, one of those. There are definitely, it's a foolish new beginning. There are going to be secrets, things hidden from you. It's going to have something to do with your money as well. They're going to make promises that they're not going to be able to keep. Very much caution here. This doesn't mean don't move towards new love if you're going to be seeking new love in the future. Maybe you're leaving a current partnership, or maybe you are single and looking to, like, you're overcoming these feelings of apathy around the area of love and romance. Yeah, gosh, I keep getting the same information. It is saying, though, to just tread lightly in this area around individuals who maybe you're very, very strongly drawn to. I'd probably gravitate more towards somebody who doesn't immediately give you that fireworks. Yeah. Someone who doesn't immediately give you the fireworks. This is going to be someone who has dark hair, maybe lighter skin, possibly a mustache, if it's a man. It's going to be someone new to you. It's not somebody that you already know. Yeah, this is confirming you're going to be needing to see your romantic partners in the future. This is, again, this is just for somebody who's looking for new love. I realized that as I was reading this, I was kind of giving these like, oh, warning, warning signs, and that might put some of you off to even looking for love at all. And that's not the goal here. It's just really being mindful of repeating some sort of pattern, actually. And the pattern is gravitating towards power, strategy, those sorts of things. Somebody who seems like they're a protector, who can really like take care of things and take charge, and they're going to kind of put you under their wing, so to speak. I am getting very masculine energy, although I will say that when we're talking about the description of this person, it kept coming out very feminine, right? So it could be male or female. What I am seeing when we're talking about asking for advice around, what should you be looking for? Yeah, your wish fulfillment is going to be someone who's not what you typically look for. It is not going to be somebody that you already know. It's going to be someone new. You're going to have to take a completely new perspective on romance and meeting this person. It's confirmed by the World card. So I think that maybe even going really slowly in approaching new romantic partnerships and trying to connect with somebody more on the compatibility side versus the like initial chemistry, fireworks, attraction side, and letting that evolve or grow might be a smarter move. Okay, I'm going to move on from that. I feel like I spent way too much time in that area. I did feel that someone needed to hear that. Like I might have scared one of you or many of you, who knows. Eight of Air is here in the area of the past for your plans or goals. So I feel like your plans or goals in the past were maybe a little mixed, like almost you didn't really have a lot of plans or goals. There was something that existed in your life that was kind of making you feel trapped about ever being able to make plans for yourself or set solid goals for yourself. So there's some sort of blockage here in your past around that. And it might be related to this kind of anxiety. It might have had something to do with moving around a lot in that career area of not, I think that I just feel like some sort of connection there and not really saying this is my path. Like a lot of uncertainty around what your life path was. Like you wanted to make the right choice, and so you kept doing new things, kept trying new things, not making any solid plans because you didn't want to commit to one path in case it was the wrong one, right? That's kind of an energy I'm getting. We have Hangman coming out here again in the area of plans and goals. So you may still have some of that energy. There's a little bit of a pause in this area of planning or making goals around the future. So I do think there's some clarity in the area of needs in particular, and maybe in this area of romance feeling unfulfilling for you. That's kind of adding to this. I'm not sure what to do with myself. I don't know where to go in my future. So maybe some of the advice for you could be spending some time to really think about what you really want in your life and in your future. That could be a very, very good place to start and work backward from there and in uncovering, okay, well, I really want this and I feel this way. What can I do to get there? Right? It may be part of putting the pieces to the puzzle together in addressing your needs, right? And getting to this to a fire position and getting to this page of water, avoiding your king of air here. We have ace of water energy here in the future position for your plans or goals. So there's definitely in the future, you are moving on to a new period of love. Like, there is this goal to ultimately move into an existence that's overflowing with love. We've got lots of love energy here. Ace of Water, Page of Cups, Page of Water. So lots of new love energy. Definitely that's going to be really, really big for you in the energy that's coming in the future. So right now I feel you're kind of in this present camping energy, like really figuring things out. The one thing that's very solid is your Queen of Water, like who you are in terms of your emotional understanding, your emotional life. And that's not to be confused with possibly struggling with things like anxiety or depression or insomnia. Just because those things exist doesn't mean you can't be Queen of Water. In fact, they might exist because you're so connected with your emotional side, right? You may be just very highly attuned, highly sensitive, very empathetic. So that's important to know. There's just a little bit of a pause here in pursuing goals or plans. And we're again doing all of the right things in the present because these things are moving forward very, very nicely. In the past here, we have the Ten of Earth, which is this is kind of your personal quest in life. An interesting personal quest in the grand scheme of all of this. And while this can be read as kind of this desire towards having a lot of financial abundance and financial gain, I really read this in the context of your reading with so much water, of so much love energy here. Knowing that music is critical to this reading, I think it's in an area of kind of your personal quest is around just general life abundance. It doesn't have to be monetary. It could be in experiences, exploring the world, friendships, like almost like this goal of having it all. You see what I'm saying? And that's why we have this 10 here in that area of abundance. So in the past, there was this very like, I want it all sort of energy in your personal quest. Where you are right now is, as we've said throughout this reading, in an area of air, thought, mind, trying to make a decision. You're at a crossroads. You're not sure what your quest is. That's very clear. All of this is very consistent in your present energy, right? Very consistent in your present energy. You're not sure where you're going. You're not sure what your mission or purpose in life is, right? And once you unlock this conflict, once you make this decision, we have the 7 of air here. An interesting personal quest, but it makes sense. So I think that your ultimate goal is to have clarity of mind. Clarity of mind where not only do you know yourself emotionally, but in many areas. Clear, logical, strategic approaches to your life. Almost like a knowing, right? This desire to put all of these pieces to the puzzle together because ultimately you believe this is going to bring you to a place of ultimate clarity and knowing. Almost like you've won. You conquered life, right? That's what I feel for you here. That you're in this energy of you want your future to feel that you have won life. I keep kind of laughing a little bit. But I mean, it's because isn't that what we all want, right? Like to feel like we figured it all out and we won. And that's so Libra. Go over this 10 of earth energy of like, I want it all. It's not just the money. I want all the experiences. I want all the friends. I want all the fun. I want all the beautiful things. I want all the love, right? And then in the future, it's like I want to know that I have this supreme clarity of mind, that when I'm making a choice, it's the right choice, and then I'll feel okay, right? So that's the energy you're in right now, Libra. I'm going to leave it there. I hope this message was helpful for you. If you would like to like or subscribe, I would very much appreciate it. Until next time, thank you for staying.